What's going on, guys? Holy crap. Did you guys see price action this morning? Pretty freaking wild. We had a breakout from this channel finally. Finally, okay? Then we had a complete mega bearish engulfing candle back into the channel, but then to break out again and now price is above certain levels that I'm actually really intrigued about. Price is finally above 19.844. Multiple bearish engulfing candles above the 9 and 21 EMA finally, so that it bodes well for the bulls, I'm not gonna lie. Now, the big line in the sand at this time is the 100 EMA at 20.12, or actually, yeah, 20.114 at this time on the 1 hourly chart. But I just wanted to go into the technicals here and really show you some interesting developments that happened. All right, so let me go to the 4. It's usually more visible on the 4 with moves like this. Okay, let me start with the TSI here. TSI finally curled up blue. It looks like a full completion from this particular zone. Now I don't necessarily like the fake outs up and down or whatever. But we finally got a resolution on the slow moving averages, which is a confirmed cross. And if you slightly notice, it's slightly higher than the previous one, ever so slightly. So that's a positive sign. You don't want to see lower lows on the TSI, is what I'm trying to get across. Now, there is an opportunity for the bulls to extend this all the way to the upside into more so this particular zone here in the future. It's going to take days, but yeah, as long as price is within the supply line zone here, which is price is currently above this green line, then it's just going to bring more confidence. Now, this bearish engulfing candle is actually nullified. Well, there's still an hour and 30 minutes left plus to nullify this bearish engulfing candle. But yeah, price is currently trading above this particular EMA on the 4 hour, which is phenomenal. Like 4 hour EMA crosses are pretty strong. You can see it on the 1 hour. It's more choppy on the 1 hour, but yeah, there was multiple crosses. I like that price is becoming more confident and pumping above the EMAs as opposed to using them as legit resistance. So this is a trend reversal indicator at this time. So that's cool. Also, let me go on the 4 hour here with all these other indicators. We do have a buy signal on the MACD. MACD finally crossed into the green zone, just getting started on that. There is a slightly higher low than the previous. Now, in terms of the momentum waves, we don't necessarily have that just yet, which is completely fine. That's completely fine. Like this is very constructive what I'm seeing here. Now, what I would love to see within the coming days would be something like this, where we actually have a lower high right here, just so we can then kind of see that momentum dissipate from bearish to bullish long term. Oh, excuse me. I have not eaten yet, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of starving. Okay, but yeah, going with the TSI here, so as long as price is above 39.369.57, we are a go. And it's the same situation here where we had a higher low instance. Also here on the MACD, we got a buy signal and we have the faster moving average crossing up from the slow moving average, and the slow moving average is slightly rounding into the positive zero above the zero line in the near future. Now, what I really like from this particular perspective is the 4 hour cross break. I love it. And not only that, but the 4 hour back tested the slow moving average as support. Big momentum shift. So I'm really looking forward to positive price action in the future. Now, the 50 line here. The 50 line here is a fake out zone. So be very careful in regards to entries. Not financial advice, right? But like on the 15-minute time frame, it looks pretty developed. Actually, it already crossed the bullish control zone, heading back down to the bearish maybe, possibly. But yeah, like you wanna find your entries, or at least how I do it is I find entries on the 15-minute time frame, and from there I turn off the candles and look where the 9 is at. Okay, so the 9 is currently below 19.844, which it is for this particular case. Yeah, it is at basically 19.808, so somewhere around there. Now that would be fine and dandy, but I do feel like there will eventually be a cross and maybe an opportunity to get a buy below the zero line here. I prefer purchasing entries, you know, preferably below this line here, just because it's just safer. Um, yeah, so for example, if you bought below this line, you'd be here. Yeah, there was a fake out dump down here. Well, and also back testing this particular zone ever so slightly as support once again. Did kind of like a bump and run. Um, but yeah, and then also you had a buy signal right here, so that was fun. And a bearish divergence, that was a little scary, but the weakness of the bearish divergence was actually a good sign because it only confirmed the 100 EMA as support on the lower term timeframes. So that's a nice little interesting development there. Given the narrowness of this trend line, I do expect it to eventually be broken like this. I do expect that to be broken at some point and maybe like a retest down to the lower levels, possibly. But maybe it could have just been a V-shaped recovery at this point because this is a pretty critical zone. So if the bears do fail this line right here again, if price breaks below here again, I just don't see it being as a support anymore. It's more so confirmed resistance. So we're kind of like in a real interesting precarious decision for all traders at hand. But these slow moving averages are kind of painting a more clear picture, frankly. You have the RSI cross, which is huge. RSI is trying to leave the bearish control zone at this time. Just in regards to entries, I mean, um, wouldn't be the best. I think the no-brainer safe moves have already passed from here to here. Um, but yeah, I'd wait. I'd wait a little bit more, if anything, towards like closer to the 100 EMA, as opposed to just going, in right now. But anyway, as far as that is concerned, I am gonna go to the TMA. So the TMA on the 4 hours showing some really interesting scenarios. So price has never, well, I'm sorry, the TMA has not tested this as resistance since it's broken. So that's why I don't think this move is particularly a good move right now. I mean, it could break through, but then back test it. So it could do something like that, back test it, and then continue forward. But yeah, man, I'm glad. So usually on the TMA, the reason I love the TMA so much is because it does a great job of finding the near bottoms pretty good. Like these zones are usually really great times to buy. So I did like a little spot purchase last night, and was kind of hoping to catch dead cat bounce of sorts. I didn't expect price to actually freaking break through the supply line once again, so that's a nice little interesting revelation. But I'm going to zoom out and kind of show you how badass this tool is. Yeah, so look how high. If you sold here, you'd save yourself so much distraught feelings. You would have saved 40% on your asset. Okay. Conversely, you sold, I mean, sorry, you bought around here. Now this one, you'd still be underwater, right? This would be more so, you'd still catch a dead cat bounce, right? Of course, you'd have to really be timing the market, um, but yeah, it's not bad of a potential swing opportunity, especially on the 4 hour, because it's technically like a day or two moves, these swing trade opportunities. But really the divergence here, because the TMA does catch divergences, just like the RSI, just like the TSI, this does catch divergences. So if you caught the divergence though, you would have been in a really nice position as well at like 15, 17%. And the current bottom right here, same thing. If you would have bought like even at the tippy top of this, right, still getting a 10% move opportunity. It's just about like knowing when to sell, right? That's you can't get greedy, you know. It gives you like it gives you a window to get 14, 15% or whatever. But I mean, if you get 3, if you get 5%, you know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be, you know, sad about that. But yeah, so I put a lot of onus on this particular top bottom signal. Back tested with other indicators. This one by far, my opinion, is the most accurate in regards to catching wick or even candle close bottoms and tops. So yeah, on the 4 hour is very accurate as well. And I talked about it last video that when I saw the um, whales break price below supply line, I thought there was something afoot. And also they also tried to break price again below at a key inflection point at 19.4, but they were unsuccessful. There's too much buys. Now, there was a huge dump. There was a pump and dump right here. That was crazy. Yeah, it really there were some bears that were like using 19.4 as kind of like their metric to begin shorting. But as far as that is concerned, I think that's pretty much behind current price action. Price was again able to cross above the 19.8 mark and also above the supply line, which is around the zone of 19.76. So a lot of good things are happening in regards to positive momentum. Intriguing stuff. So even if you go to the higher term time frames, you have a hidden bullish divergence on the 8 hour that I've kind of noticed, and a bullish engulfing candle on the 8 hour, with an hour and 26 minutes left to play. Right now, I don't like that the EMAs are still red. I really don't, but I do like this higher low situation. Not gonna lie, I like how price um, essentially solidified this particular zone. And honestly, this wick wasn't even able to get down to 18.7, so that was pretty powerful to see. On the 3 hour, we did get solidified support at 19.2, so price broke below it, but then immediately went back up, and then the next bullish engulfing candle went all the way down again to backtest it, 19.2 at support. Now, we are getting a lot of, so let me turn off the BJ superscript real quick. So when you have synonymous, or when you have like what's the word I'm trying to look for? Not synonymous, I guess like a back-to-back kind of thing where it's like it's a red candle, blue candle, red candle, blue candle, you know, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. That's actually bullish because it just means that there's more bulls gaining confidence in regards to the situation. And yeah, also price is reflecting that it is above the 9 EMA. Let me turn off right here. The 9 EMA is currently at 19.748 and price is at 19.897. So that's really good in my opinion, as far as just momentum overall. Also, the momentum waves are pointing to the upside, and there was a bullish divergence buy signal on the Market Cipher indicator. Oh, by the way, I recently got sponsored by Market Cipher, so if you guys want to support the channel, you guys can get this particular tool down in this description below. Yeah, but anywho, yeah, we got some bullish divergence on the 3 hour as well. That was confirmed. Yeah, so we're getting like respectable time frames actually showing some bullishness. So yeah, but as far as the short-term moves, I think the short-term moves have played themselves out, and I do think that there will be better entries on lower term or faster moving time frames. But as far as the 2 hour, we did get across right here, so that's a precursor to the 4 hour. So we could get some crossing, some stagnation, and maybe some resolution, whether we're going back down to create a higher low or we're actually going to fulfill a lower high from this point on, and that's pivotal. The lower high or a higher low in this coming day or two will be pivotal because it's either, well, we're creating a lower high. Yes, we broke back into the supply line zone above the price line zone. But if we can't get above this particular area, which is really hard to do, in my opinion, this is going to be a tough gauntlet for the bulls to push price this freaking high. If, if we can't get a candle close above 21.1, we're heading back down. And I mean, we've already weakened this supply line zone like a lot. So it's tough sledding out there for the bulls. But on a positive note here, the 100 EMA has been weakened. I like to call it knifing the dragon. Um, the EMAs are the dragon or whatever, price is the knife. So bulls have knifed the dragon. They've knifed the gut of the dragon. They've weakened it, created an ultimate high or low, confirmed with my support resistance indicators. All right, here, you see that? Um, so I do think that we are going to continue to the upside. I have no reason to think otherwise. Now, unless there's a huge, crazy, bearish engulfing candle, but to me, as long as price is back above um, this key level at 19.477, or like within this zone, I think this zone will be pretty pivotal. It is a 1.8% swing to the upper top. Okay, so as long as price is above this particular zone, I'm pretty bullish. Let me go to the 1 hour here. What does the 1 hour say? Yeah, it's showing some resistance here. It's definite resistance. But if we can get a couple hourly candle closes above 19.845, I'd feel way more confident. I don't like seeing the wicks, but I do like seeing this particular candle pattern, not gonna lie. I like seeing a bearish engulfing candle get completely nullified by a bullish engulfing candle. I like seeing that. So the bulls have awakened in my particular viewpoint. All right, well, I'm gonna leave it at that here. Yeah, for the most part, I appreciate you guys, continuing to watch my videos and stuff like that, my analysis, and yeah, just let me know what you guys think about regarding the price in the comment sections. I would like to know your opinions. Also, yeah, I'm gonna try to do lives, okay, guys? So if you guys can let me know in the DMs or in the comments section of like what are good times for you to go live, so I can actually address some of your questions or address some of like the tokens or cryptos or stocks that you want me to review, happy to do so. But yeah, anywho, the bulls broke a key resistance line here. I never did it on the TSI, which is unfortunate. I want to see what the TSI is showing. Okay, sorry. I know I said I was going to leave, but I can't resist. I can't resist. Okay, so yeah, technically on the TSI, haven't necessarily broken that resistance line just yet, but we're kind of getting some near to a closure of that. So that's kind of interesting as well. Alrighty, well, I'm going to leave it at that. Have a great rest of the day. Peace out. Bye.